I think the line between what is television and what is movie and what is theatrical, I think in the next 10, 15, 20 years, that line is going to be really blurred at this point. Because I think companies like Amazon, Netflix, Universal is going to start their own, Warner Brothers, Disney. So it's hard to say what television is going to look like in the next 20 years. And so with the awards, the difference between an Emmy and an Oscar, I think as television blurs, I think those award lines blur, perhaps.
The bottom line is online is the future and the future is now. The patina is wide open for everybody to have an opportunity. And while some people may have over the years thought they were about equal opportunity, well, we live in a day and age where we're really testing whether or not you believe that philosophy. Because for Steven Spielberg to, sit back, who has done movies, Alice Walker's The Color Purple, he started out with that and employed, Oprah Winfrey and Whoopi Goldberg and all this wonderful black talent. Well, black talent is beginning to emerge at light speed because of the online platforms. So it's just like either you're on board or you're not, Steven. So it's just like you have to come to the 21st century. That's just where we are with it. To
just play devil's advocate, though, I do see what he was talking about, where he's talking about the consistency of getting people off their couches, out of their homes, and into a movie theater. And
changing of the guard. It's a changing of the guard.
But there could be a difference there. I think
because you can do that, would you say that it makes it more Oscar worthy? Because you're getting people to get up out of their seat?
I think perhaps, I'm not sure. The way that I saw because I watched the interview where he talks about that. And he might be talking about, he might just be suggesting we're talking about apples and oranges here. Right. We're talking about just the mediums by which people are watching these things. And should they be exclusive? Should they be different? Or should they just all kind of be the same? Maybe that's where he's going with it.
Would you guys be game for another category at the Oscars for streaming films?
I think maybe for right now because it's new and to move it into it. But honestly, there's some. Now don't get twisted. Netflix, y'all are picking up a few too many movies because I'm like, we could have put this budget elsewhere. Because when you watch a movie like Bird Box that had me, so drawn into it, or Mudbound, like you watch it and you're like, I might as well go into the movie theater, to watch it. I felt like he's talking about like how you brought up Game of Thrones, and it's like that's a television series, but a movie is a movie. I didn't watch Blackbird and say, wow, this is a great a Hallmark movie. You know what I mean? Like cinematically, it was amazing. Like for what they did, and I'm like, brah.
Yeah, I think if it's creative brilliance, and it deserves to be nominated for an Oscar, point blank, period. Yeah. Whether you saw it in the movie theater or you saw it on your television screen, like I understand this idea of like getting people to go to the movies, but the reality is, the people that are going to movies and seeing movies, most of those movies aren't nominated for Oscars anyway.
Exactly. That point.
I don't really buy into that. I don't know. I just feel like it's trying to down a movement that's actually really good for our creative space. And these extra opportunities are giving new voices, and new creativity is blossoming, and they're doing some beautiful work. That doesn't mean everything needs to be nominated for the Oscars, but I do think there's space for both to be in that same space.
The floodgates are wide open.
Yeah, but to that point, the floodgates are wide open. Where does it stop then? What about YouTube?
Why does it have to stop?
Yeah, exactly. Why does it have to stop?
Yeah, because honestly, YouTube has, I forget what the movie's called, and it was right when YouTube was starting to come out with the thing, but and it was about the end of the world, and they were picking and choosing the kids or whatever. And I was like, for a YouTube? I was like, okay, all right, come on, YouTube.
I think it's just going to be harder.
I subscribe to it.
Yeah, it's just going to be harder for the judges now.
There's like so much more content. There's more content. That's true, but
I'm not on the panel.
But if the Oscars are supposed to sort of be this
inclusive,
but this recognition of some of the highest film art that we put out, then we should be open to all of these spaces that are bringing that art to the table.
The Oscars can stay what it is, and somebody can implement a new award show that will be inclusive to the online platforms. That
we
is
need no more
that.
homage. We'll need no more award shows.
Yes, we do. Yes, we do. Yes, we do. Because Spike Lee still did not get Best Picture
I mean, sure.
and Best Director. So yeah, we still could use another award show. Jeff Friday, where are you at ABFF?